Good morning. It's a Tuesday morning, July something or other. I figured I would try to do like a kind of back to normal video because I'm dressed and going to work. I'm sure nobody's really gonna be, I know one gal that works for me is gonna be there and maybe a couple other people, but it's not gonna be very busy. A lot of people are not comfortable going into the office yet, which is fine. I can walk, so I'm happy with that. But in very exciting news, I went to Boston this weekend. It was a quick jaunt. I went up on Saturday morning first thing. I was there by 11. I met Alicia at Saks. Shopping is very different now. So at Saks, all the stores are different. At Saks in Boston anyway, you can go in. You can only try stuff on if you have an appointment and a room reserved, which we did because Alicia did that. And she had pulled a bunch of stuff. Sandy came down from Vermont. And so we did a little shopping. We went and had lunch outside, which was lovely. And then we went over, now here was the interesting thing. At Dior, we went into Dior and Gucci. But both of them have, like, you have to wait, if they're at capacity, you have to wait in line, and like you have to have, like, there has to be a salesperson for you when you go in, yada yada. So anyway, and then Sandy and I stayed at the Intercontinental, which I was actually quite disappointed in. I know what they're doing is because, the signs at the Times, but they didn't tell us this ahead of time, which maybe if they had, I would have felt better about it. But I also just don't agree with it. So for example, well, first of all, they were just late getting us our room. Check-in time is at 3. We got there at 3:15. We didn't get the room till almost 4. Whatever, not the end of the world. Although if we had known, we probably wouldn't have gone over at 3:15 or whatever time we went over. But then we got up to the room and I'm like, there's no bottled water. I can't get the mini bar open to get like a Diet Coke or something. And there are no glasses even to pour yourself to get water from the tap. So I tried to call downstairs, I dialed 0 on the phone, rang off the hook. Tried to call from my phone, my phone, rang off the hook. So I tried this 4 times. So finally I'm just gonna go downstairs. So I go downstairs and apparently their new procedures are there's no room service, which not the biggest deal in the world, but good to know if you were gonna do a staycation or something and you might have wanted that. But, and they don't even leave you water or anything. So I was like, well, can I just get some glasses to get water out of the tap? Well, we're not putting glasses, but then he gave me a few of those small little bottled waters, which I don't know why they don't give them to you when you check in then. I just don't understand. But anyway, and then I said, where can I get a Diet Coke? He was like, oh, you can go down to the CVS, down near South Station, which by the way is a 10-minute walk away from where I was. And I was like, no. So the restaurant and bar in the hotel was open. So I went over there and the guy's like, well, I don't have any Diet Coke in a bottle. I'm like, I don't care. I like a fountain anyway. So he gave me a fountain soda and then was very nice and didn't charge me. So that was that. We went out to dinner Saturday night and then I was on the road. So Sandy and I both are early risers and we both happened to wake up at 5:15. So I was on the road and I was to my sister's house by 8:45. We were on the road by 5:45. So it was a very quick drive and I went to my sister's because my sister had, she had tennis elbow and she had surgery on Friday. So I had taken her to the surgery. She stayed here with me Friday night. I brought her home Saturday, but I said I'd come back on my way and check on her on Sunday. And I'm glad I did because she definitely was in a lot of pain. And so I brought her back here and she stayed here Sunday and Sunday night and then worked from here half the day yesterday and then I brought her home again because the pain has definitely died down, luckily. And then on to very exciting things. I'm wearing a new dress. This is an Alexander McQueen dress that I got when I was in Boston. So I'm wearing it with this Chanel bag with some Chloe flats. And because I'm lugging a bunch of stuff to work, I'm carrying this Chanel tote. So that's it. One of the things, I mean, I'm kind of relieved but kind of bummed about is the makeup situation. Because when you have to put a mask on, especially when it's hot, like I don't wear makeup anymore other than on my eyes because it's all gonna get on the mask anyway, and then then it's gross. So all I'm wearing is mascara and some eyeliner. I would like to start wearing blush and highlighter and lipstick again, but it just doesn't seem like the time. So that's my story for the day. Have a good one. Bye. Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 15th. Let's see. I did check in yesterday. As I said, I'm trying to get back to a little normal check-in on the days I go into the office because I'm actually dressed. Yeah, I worked yesterday. I came home. I did Pilates. That was pretty much the extent of my evening. Actually, I made myself a salad and I watched. Has anybody watched the show Hannah? It's an Amazon. I think it's an Amazon Prime show. I'm watching it on Amazon Prime. I think it's one of their like shows. It's season 2, and I remember the first season. It's not something that at first glance would have really interested me, but my brother watched it and he had said it was really good and I got totally sucked in. And so the new season came out like a couple weeks ago and I got sucked in yet again. I highly recommend it. It's more of like a suspenseful, there's basically like in this season, it's almost like a school for like teenage girls, but they're basically teaching them to be assassins and like do the bidding of the people that run this school. It's fascinating. It's really good. Anyway, I love it. So that's what I did last night. Today I'm off to work, and then I think my brother's gonna borrow my car today. My dad, who is now up in Stamford at an assisted living home, has an appointment at his new cardiologist up here. So my brother's taking my car to take him, and then when he brings the car back, I think we'll have dinner. I don't know if we'll go out or make something in, but anyway, that'll be nice. And that's it. And the getup of the day is an old Zara top, and these super fun, I got these on sale recently, Ralph Lauren pants, and my Gucci loafers, and this Chanel bag. So, yeah. I want to wear some sandals, but I got all these blisters on my feet from sandals last week, so I'm trying to wear things that are like really comfortable. I mean, actually, I should rephrase that though, because the sandals I would wear, I have a few pairs of Chanel sandals that are really cushy and comfortable, but my feet were just not ready, and so they rubbed in certain places, so I'm working I'm trying to get my summer feet ready for summer shoes now that it's mid-July. Now that I'm actually like walking to and from work in shoes other than like my exercise sneakers, I think that's the issue. So anyway, happy Wednesday, and I will see you soon. Bye. Good morning. It's Thursday, July 16th, and I'm going to work again today. 3 days in a row. I may work from home tomorrow. It's possible I might be the only one in today. The person at work, like the person on my team, she's out today, tomorrow, and Monday. My boss might be in though. He's back. Like he was in the Hamptons and now he's back in the city. So he popped in yesterday. So it's possible he'll be in today, which would be lovely. It was so nice to see him, albeit very briefly yesterday. Anywho, let's see. After work, I went out to dinner with my brother last night, which was lovely. And I'm another episode into the show Hannah, and it's just so good. And that's it. And I am wearing, so it has been pretty hot, and even when it hasn't been, actually last night was beautiful, but it has been very humid most days. But today we have a little break from that before like the weekend where it's gonna be like 95 degrees, I think, on Sunday. So I'm wearing something that I wouldn't wear in the heat. Like this is a beautiful silk blouse. This is Adam Lippis. I'm wearing white jeans, Chanel sandals, and I'm going to show you something very exciting. My new bag. So when I was in Boston last weekend, we didn't go into the Bottega store, But I had told Alicia I was interested in this, and she works with them. So she popped in there Monday and showed me, like, because I said, can you make sure that it can be crossbody? So she checked, and it can be, as you can see. And she showed me all the color options they had, and I love this turquoise. So this is the new bag. I love it. It like isn't big, but it's roomy enough to fit, you know, what I need for the day. And, you know, it goes crossbody, so it met the requirement. So anyway, that is it. Maybe in another video I'll do more detail and show you, like, up close and all the features and things and what it fits. But anywho, I'm off to work. I hope you have a good one. Bye. Good morning. It's Friday, TGIF. So last night on my way home from work, I thought to myself, I'm gonna pop, so there's a Chanel store on Madison Avenue, like, I don't know if it's in the upper 60s maybe, but there's also the big Chanel store on 57th Street. And I thought I'll try to pop to the Chanel on 57th Street because it's bigger, and I was looking for some shoes in particular. Like one, my classic like tan ballet flats with the black cap toe are like looking pretty ratty, and I wear them all the time, so I wanted to get another pair. And then two, there's this pair of these rope sandals that I really wanted, and I wanted to try them on. So I go over to Chanel, and apparently at 57th Street, like, you pretty much have to have an appointment, which is so annoying. And they're not open Sundays, and they're open like, I don't know, 10 to 5 or something. So basically the work day during the week, and then, you know, whatever. I usually go up to my sister's on Saturdays. So I did make an appointment for Tuesday at like 4. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. But on my way home, I'm like, after that, I'm like, I'm gonna try the Chanel on Madison Avenue. And they were lovely in there. Now, it's a small, much smaller boutique. They told me that nowhere in the US bought the rope sandals. I'm not sure I believe that, because when I asked on 57th Street about the rope sandals, they were like, oh yes, they come in silver and this. And I was like, yes, I want the silver ones. So I may still try to go over there on Tuesday and see if I can get them. But they didn't have the rope sandals, and then they didn't have the particular flats I wanted in my size, but I was trying, see, here's the thing with Chanel. I can be a 39 or I can be a 41. So you really have to try on the shoes. So she said, well, why don't you try on the flats like in the same like leather, different color, and it should, you know, then you'll know your size and I can order them for you. So I ended up trying on basically the ballet flats, and you know, when you go into the boutique, everything's wrapped in a bow and a ribbon, and it's lovely, even shoes. But I ended up trying on these, and they're just tan without the black cap toe, you know, spoiler alert. But I'm taking them out now because I'm gonna pop over to my cobbler to have, come on, let's get this ribbon off. Have the bottoms reinforced, you know, before I wear them. But I figured since I was doing that, I would quickly show you what I got. And really, I mean, this is not that exciting, but it's really more about telling you about the experience of shopping right now. But anyway, so I just got the basic all nude ballet flats, which are the exact same as the ones I have, other than the ones I have are black here. So, you know, the bottoms are leather, and it's very slippery, so I always prefer to get the bottoms reinforced. I should also mention, this manicure is literally 2 weeks old today. I went to this place up in Scarsdale called Coco Nails or something like that. So pleased, so pleased. Like, literally, I definitely have some chips now, but I only got the chips, I think, like 2 days ago. So I've never had a manicure last that long. I'm so happy with that. But anyway, I'm working from home. See my setup there. They're doing work on my bill. So I you know, because I've been doing my videos every day, I've been at work almost every day this week. But I figured today I would work from home because nobody else was going to be in the office today. So I'm like, why bother? but the only reason why I maybe should bother even on days, so I think I've told you, they're doing work on my building, and the work is literally at my floor now. See the evidence? Like, somebody's backpack is here, probably somebody's lunch is there, all the equipment right here. So I've seen people like walking back and forth like in my window, which means it could get very loud here, which is a little disruptive for the workday. I think that's all I have to report for now. Yeah, so I hope you have a great weekend. Bye. Good morning. It's Sunday morning, July, maybe it's the 19th, something like that. What did I do? Yesterday, I went up to my sister's. We took the boys to lunch at this place, there's a golf course up in White Plains that has like a nice like big patio overlooking the golf course. So we went and sat outside and ate lunch. And even though it was hot out, it was not particularly humid and we were under an umbrella, so it was really nice. Then I came home last night. I hung out, I had dinner. Oh my God, I'm totally into The Politician. If you're not watching it, first of all, I just love the show, but the wardrobe. And then, so now it's season 2 and Bette Midler and Judith Light are on. So they add to just the, like, I love both of them, but also like everybody's wardrobe. I just love it. So I watched that last night. I watched something else too. I switched between 2 shows. I can't remember what other episode whatever. But anyway. And then this morning I got up, I took a nice walk. I came home, so my sister had surgery for tennis elbow like about a week and a half ago, and she was here last weekend. And on Sunday night we ordered a pizza. She was craving a veggie pizza. So we ordered this giant pizza, and in her world, a veggie pizza is like, it had broccoli, olives, onions, and mushrooms, and sausage, and pepperoni. So we'd ordered this huge pizza, and I think we each ate like a slice. And then maybe during the week I ate another slice, but I still had all this pizza in my fridge. So this morning I took all the toppings off the pizza and I made a frittata with it. I'll put a picture in. So I made that this morning after my walk. I had a little bit of that for breakfast. I've been just laying around, not doing much, but now I'm gonna pop in the car and I'm taking tennis lessons. My instructor, so before the coronavirus pandemic ensued, I was taking lessons with him. There are some like indoor courts in a bubble here, not terribly far from my apartment, right in Manhattan. But in the summer, he teaches outside. Now, obviously, I hadn't been taking lessons over the last, since March, basically. But now, now that things are kind of back, I'm allowed to take an outdoor tennis lesson. So I'm hopping in the car and going to where he teaches in Brooklyn. And it is a scorcher. It is a scorcher. So I think I don't know what it is now, but it's supposed to be like 95 degrees and humid today. So I've been hydrating. I have 2 giant bottles of Fiji water that I had frozen. Because when I took my lesson 2 weeks ago, I basically brought this thing filled with water. But that was not even close to being enough, and it was not as hot out then as it is today. So I'm preparing myself. So anyway, that's really, I guess, all I have to report for the day. I'm in my just a little tennis skirt from, I think it's from Athleta. And I've got my tennis racket. I'm in my athletic apparel. So, yeah. And then I think my sister might come over tonight and like stay over. And then she'll probably just work from here. I'm working from home tomorrow because I don't think anyone else is really going to be in the office. So like, why go in by myself? What's this wet spot on the floor? Huh. Oh, I must have, you know what it is, when I took that water, which was probably sweating, I'm sure it dripped. But anywho, I hope you've all had a wonderful weekend. Pardon my appearance. I didn't do anything with myself today because I'm just going to play tennis and I'll be disgusting, so I'll bathe when I get back. Oh, and then I'm having a pedicure and a manicure this afternoon. So that's my exciting day. Talk to you later. Bye.